Gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hi my lovely Frosty fam, it's me, Karen Frost, here at Nail Decadence, and as you can see from the title, I have a rather special video for you. It's a collaboration, yay! So I am collaborating with the wonderful Jess at BootyfulNailz. Obviously I will leave her details in the description box for you to go and check out her channel. I'm pretty sure you know who she is already, because she is a rather lovely human being who does some extremely lovely nails. She's a very talented lady, and yeah, we're doing a collab with SBD London. Woohoo! So what this entailed was I was able to choose some products from SBD London from Louise McGuinness, who was very generous in donating these items to myself and Jess for this collaboration. So I chose some items and we both got a box each of those items. So we both got exactly the same products to use and make a set with. So this is all the bits and bobs that I chose for us to have a play with. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Jess does with this. I really can't. Obviously, we didn't have to, it wasn't a requirement to use absolutely every single item in the box for this particular set, but I know I'll be using these items to make more nails later on in other videos for sure. But yeah, it was just use the items in the box and make a set and see what you come up with if we both have exactly the same items. So that was really exciting. And also, as you saw, I got really excited opening the box because I got the gel paints. Now, SBD London recently brought out these are new, and these are gel paints, and I've been after you. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I've been after some decent gel paints for a while. And I love these. Look at that bottle. Isn't that bottle the cutest thing? It's a little pump. It's like a bit of a, you know, foundation bottle. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, so you just really easy, no mess. You can just pump out a little bit, as much as you need, onto your palette and you're good to go. No squeezing of tubes and making a mess and putting a brush in a pot and making a mess. Nope, just pump out as much as you need and you're good to go. And as you can see, I will show you the colours that I've got. These go on really nicely, so they're not really raised because it's not overly thick, but it's really opaque, and it's just, oh, it goes on really nicely. So I'm just going to do a line of each colour for you to just see what they look like and what their opacity and sort of kind of what the consistency is like. You can see they're thick, but they're not too thick. It's just, and look at that one line. That opacity is pretty awesome. I mean, one line. Can't help it. That opacity is amazing. So that was the white and the black. Now Louise has loads of colours in this collection of gel paints to choose from, but I just went with the basic white, black, gold and silver, and hopefully I can get some more of the other colours later on down the line. But I thought if I just get the basic ones for now, see how I get on with them, and then, you know, I can buy some later. And I will say I will be buying some later for sure. These were a dream to work with. Now you can see the ones, I've not flash cured any of those lines, and they have not gone anywhere. There's no running, there's no bleeding. The lines are staying exactly where I put them, and oh, lovely. It just goes on really nicely. And you know me, I can't draw. Those lines are pretty straight. Don't you think those lines are pretty straight? I think those lines are pretty damn straight, and I can't draw, so I impressed myself. Like, they worked so good. You can see I'm excited in the video there. I'm like, oh my god, they work so good. Ah. Anyway, so quick recap on what I will be using in this set. Now, this set does come with the gel brush number 6 and the spatula, but not the fine liner. That's something that I had before. So I was just showing you which products I will be using in this video. I'll be using the SBD London files. I got these in another package from Louise. That, you know, these are not part of that package, but I just thought I'd show them anyway because I'm going to be using them on this set, and these nail files are really cool and they work really well. And so I'm just going to show you what I do to score my files. Always score your files before you first use them, so that you don't cut yourself or your client with the sharp edge. Just makes life easier. And I'm going to be sculpting. So this set is Russian almond style, and I'm going to be sculpting on the wonderful Handolly. As you all know, I love my Handolly, but to get forms to stick to her, because she's silicone, forms don't like to stick to silicone, you know, just it's the way silicone is. But the SBD London ones are quite sticky, and they do stick. I mean, they're not going to stick like they are on a finger, but they stick better than any other forms that I've tried on Handolly, put it that way. And if you're interested in getting yourself a Handolly, I do have a code for a discount on your order, which is KF gift. So you'll see that in the notation that you saw there. But anyway, yeah, www.handolly.co.uk for practice hands. But anyway, so I'm using the SBD London forms because they still are the best forms I've ever tried. They are extremely thick. They feel like they've got some kind of foil in them because they retain the shape and they keep the shape that you shape them into. They stay there. They're just really, really thick. So you don't even need the tab. You know, most of the times you take that middle tab out and you put it on the back for extra strength. These don't need that. They're that thick. They don't need that extra reinforcement at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sculpt out with the clear SBD London signature gel, and then I will use the other Sakura pink to help build out the nails, and then do the design and cap in the clear as well. So first things first, we're pretending it's a real hand. So base layer goes on first, the rubber base coat, layer off that, and then obviously got the slip solution to go with the signature gel. God, brain fart then. Yeah, so, and that slip solution, can I just say, it smells gorgeous. I'm sure I've said it in other videos, but it smells so lush. It's baby powder smell, and it's gorgeous, and it's just, you just want to bathe in it. It just smells so divine, and the nails actually keep the smell for weeks. They still smell like baby powder. It's awesome. Love that stuff. Anyway, so let's sculpt out the base layer, shall we? So using the slip solution and the number size 6 gel brush, I will pattern press that clear base layer down, and I'm literally just sculpting it out very, very thinly as a base to work on. So I'm pretending these are tips. So basically I'm making my own tips, as it were. So I'm going to keep this really thin because, you know, I want to build the nails on top of this layer. With clear, it is hard for you to see it on the form because it's clear, you can see right through it, so it's very difficult to see where I'm placing the Acrygel or Polygel, but it's called Signature Gel by SBD London, of course. Yeah, it's hard to see it because it's clear. I'm really sorry you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just building the shape of a Russian almond. Russian almonds comes quite far down on the sides of the form, which you wouldn't have seen because you've got the bird's eye view, but you do actually have to tip your forms up slightly to make sure that you've got the right angle to get those sidewalls to come out straight the way they need to. Russian almond shapes, they are technically challenging, and I just wanted to really push myself because it's not a shape that I've done a lot out of, and I really wanted to push myself and give it a whirl. I managed to break the tip of this because it is that thin when I was pinching, so I'm just fixing that tip area, rebuild it. I've removed the tacky layer with the slip solution. You can also use rubbing alcohol to remove the tacky layer, that's not a problem. And I will sculpt out the other nail. So I'm only going to show you 2 sculpting, and then I'll do the other ones off camera. But as you saw there, I was just showing you where I was adjusting the form to really fit. So I cut those slits in right at the end of each side of the nail plate, because that allows me to really pinch the form really tight, because you have to have it really tight for a Russian almond, but it makes room for the finger. Can you see how those corners flap out a bit at the free edge, you know? So that way you can pinch your form really, really well and get a nice tight C-curve into that nail. Also, I showed you whilst I was lining up my nail file there, I'm going with the line that follows the joints of the finger rather than the way the free edge is facing. That way I get a straight nail. If I follow the line of the way the free edge is facing, you'll end up with a wonky nail. So always go in line with the knuckle joints right the way down the center of the finger, and that would be the center of your nail. So you'd have to adjust your form to sort of give you a straight nail rather than following the nail itself, which would be a wonky nail, and you don't want a wonky nail. So anyway, so whilst I carry on building this base, thin clear base layer that I'll be working on top of, I just want to say thanks, Jess. I love you, girl. I've known Jess for quite some time now. She's a friend, a real friend. She's a friend, not just a nail tech friend. She's a real life friend. She's been there for me through some of the most traumatic events in my life. She's been there for me. She's one exceptional human being. She has a really large family. She works. She's got so much going on, but she always has time for me, bless her cotton socks. And I'm honoured to say that I've been there for her when she's needed someone too. So it's not just a one-sided friendship, you know. It swings and roundabouts, give and take. It's what I would call a real friendship. And the way she is on her YouTube videos is exactly who she is as a person in real life. What you see is what you get. You will not find a more genuine, kind-hearted and just amazing human being than Jess. I adore her. I love her to pieces. She knows that already, but I just want you guys to know how she means a lot to me. And she, like I said, she's not just a nail tech friend. She is a real friend, and she's never made me feel less than because my channel's that much smaller than hers or anything. And doing this collab with me, I mean, we have been meaning to do this for years, I must say. Yeah, we planned to do this when her channel was a lot smaller, but she's blown up in the last couple of years, and I'm so proud of her. She deserves that success so much. She's extremely talented, and yeah, I'm honoured that she wanted to do this with me, and yeah, I just love her to bits. So if by some mad miracle you are not subscribed to Beautiful Nails by Jess, click the link in the description box, head over to her channel, give her some love, tell her Karen sent you, and subscribe to her channel and watch some of her videos, because she is amazing. She's just a lovely person and extremely talented. So I'm so honoured to be doing this. And Louise McGuinness at SBD London, I love you to bits. Again, this is a real life friend who is amazing, whom I've known for years, who will be there for me if I need her, and who also has a large family but still makes time for me. Another amazing human being, and I'm honoured to know that these people are real friends, you know. They're not just nail tech friends, they're real people that are real friends in real life, and they know what goes on behind the scenes, and obviously I know what goes on behind the scenes with them as well, and to have that trust and honesty with each other means an awful lot. And yeah, Love you, Louise. You are amazing. These women are like super women. I call them both superwomen because what they do, I don't think I could do. The amount that they cope with on a daily basis is beyond my comprehension. I don't know how they do it and stay sane. So you're both amazing women, and I am honoured to be doing this collab with you guys. And I love you both so very, very much. So thank you for doing this with me. I love you, growth. Anyway, enough of my gushing and fangirling. Let's get on with the nails. So as you saw, I applied some of the foil gel, and I chose a foil, the purple marble foil. Applied that full nail of it on the little finger and just 3/4 of the way up on the middle finger. I don't know if you noticed, but whilst I was dealing with the thin clear base, the nails did need a little bit of touching up, so I did do that off camera, but yeah, mostly you saw what I did. Anyway, so then I'm using some of the Sakura pink to ombre over that middle finger, the foil of course. So to get it to ombre over the top of the foil and look good, I needed to add another bead, which would enable me to fade it out as far down as I need it to go, but also give me the opacity to cover the line where it began. I didn't want you to be able to see the foil underneath where it started, kind of thing. So I had to build up the colour a little bit more. That's why I just flash cured it and went in with another little bit of the product. Anyway, onto the ring finger. I'm going to do a full nail of the Sakura pink on this finger. Isn't it a beautiful baby pink colour? Love this colour. All of the colours that I've had of the signature gel have all been beautiful, really beautiful, and this stuff is really nice to work with. It's not too soft, it's not too hard, and the slip solution, like I said, is a pleasure to work with because it smells so gorgeous. Makes a change from having the house smell of monomer to smelling of baby powder. I mean, big difference. But yeah, it smells divine. If you do nothing else, get the slip solution. It's amazing, gorgeous. But I will just dip into the slip solution, dab onto the side of my dish, and then dab onto my kitchen roll before I actually start patting and pressing the product, because I don't want to oversaturate it. If you oversaturate polygel products with your slip solution or rubbing alcohol, whatever it is you are using to manipulate the product with, it will go sort of a bit slimy, or no, not slimy, but it will go a bit more mushy. It will soften up. You just don't want to do that, because if you add too much, it does affect the composition of the product. So try not to use too much of, don't oversaturate is what I'm trying to say. No matter what brand you use, it'll happen to all brands. If you are oversaturating the product, it will go a lot softer and a lot mushier, and it just, yeah, don't oversaturate. So dab your brush on your kitchen roll before you start patting and pressing the product. Otherwise you will oversaturate, and it's just not good. It could possibly affect the adhesion as well, no matter what brand you're using, if you're using too much slip solution. So do bear that in mind as well. But yeah, so I've just added a few more beads of product where I needed it to go. I needed the nails to be a bit more opaque, so I added a bit more product. There we go. So anywhere I feel that it's a bit patchy looking, I will just add a bit more product where it's needed. Obviously, because this is a polygel, you can build the entire nail with this colour. That's not a problem. You don't actually have to cap this colour, which is awesome. it's one less step to do. And I mean, I like to cap everything. If any of you are new here and you haven't watched any of my other videos, but my subs will know, I like to cap everything because I like it to have that clear glass layer over the top. But with the Polygel, it's like having one less step to do if you don't have to cap it, you know. Therefore, I'm making sure that I'm building my structure with this Sakura pink, because I'm not going to be capping in clear. I'm not going to bother with that on this set. The Sakura pink is just beautiful on its own, and I can forego the clear layer on top on this occasion just for the sake of getting the set done quicker. So I'm making sure that I'm building my apex with this Sakura pink as I go along. I put a bit too much on that ring finger. You can see it's a rather bulky. Thankfully, Polygel, or the signature gel that I'm using, files really easily. It's so much softer than acrylic is, so it is a lot easier to file it into shape than it would be if it was acrylic. So I'm not that worried that I bulked out the middle, the ring finger the way I did. It's, yeah, I kind of lost the shape quite a bit there, which is a shame, but I will bring it back with the filing. I've not left the filing in this one because it's quite a long video anyway. You guys know how I file, and these nails, because they're the Russian Almond, they're a pain in the butt to file, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it was just easier for me to do it without having to do it on camera if I just did it off camera. So yeah, no filing in this one, but if you look in my back catalogue, you'll see that I've got loads of other videos for you guys to check out should you want to, and in quite a few of them I show the filing, how I file. So yeah, please check out other videos if you're after some filing. So what I'm doing now that I have flash cured is I'm going to cap the marble, because obviously I don't want to file that marble away, but I also need to put my structure in. So I want to make sure that it's all encapsulated, but also that my apex is there, that the nails are at the right height. Because of the shaping of the Russian Almond, it's really hard to explain in words without physically showing you, but where you angle the form upwards, you do have a bit of a hidden apex at the free edge where the natural free edge would be, so like the middle of the nail area type thing. You do have a bit of hidden apex there, so you do have to make sure you build up the back third enough so that you're following and you're getting a straight line right from the apex down to the very, very end of the nail, so that it goes in a straight line. So if you imagine, it goes up in a slope from the cuticle area, and then it goes up into, you know, the apex, so that the highest point, and then it will just go straight, continue straight right until it reaches the very tip of that nail. So that's why you have to build the nails up a bit higher on these, and it's because of the, you know, the Russian Almond shape. It's a beautiful, very classical shape of nail. I think it's just extremely elegant, but it is a tricky shape to master. It's not for newbies, I would say. Russian Almond is definitely a bit more technical than your standard, you know, squares or stilettos. There's definitely a few more things to consider when doing a Russian Almond, but I like to challenge myself. Like I said, I never make it easy on myself. Why I decided to do it on this set, I don't know, but I did. Anyway, I filed and shaped off camera, as you can see, removed the dust, and now I'm going to use a very small brush and some of the foil gel, because I'm going to do some swirling on these nails. So it's sort of, you know, on trend at the moment to do these kind of swirls on the nail, and I thought it would be pretty cool if I did it with the foil gel. Thought I'd give it a go and see what it looked like. I hadn't seen anyone else do it, and you know what I'm like. If I think of doing something and no one else has done it, I'm going to give it a go, because, yeah, why not? do it a bit different. So this is my sort of spin on the old wavy lines on a nail trend. Because I don't know what it's called. I'm just calling it the wavy lines trend because that's what they look like. So once I've got those lines the way I want them, so some bits are thicker, some bits are thinner, I will cure that for 60 seconds and then I will use the foil. There's still quite a bit of colour left on these foils that I used on the other nail, so I just reused them because why not? There's still plenty of unused foil there on that plastic backing, so why not use it? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just pressing into the foil gel and then lifting off, and I'm trying to use different parts of each of the foils that I use to give different colours along that wavy line. And now I'm going to use the gel paints, so I'm using the gold one and the white one and the black one in this set. So then I'm using my number 7mm detailer brush from SBD London, and I'm going to go around the outside of that foil wave pattern, and I'm going to make it thicker in some parts and thinner in other parts, as you can see, and I will just go round and round all the way around the inside of that wavy pattern, and then I will use the black to go around the I used the gold. So then I'll use the gold to go around the opposite side of the foil waves, as you will see in a moment when I'm finished this area. This was a fun challenge because I just can't wait to see what Jess has done. We haven't shown each other what the other one has done. This is a surprise to both of us, and I can't wait to see what she's done because, like I said, she is extremely talented and she can draw way better than I can. You know, she's amazing tech, and I just can't wait to see what she does with all these products. I'm just, oh my god, I can't wait. It's too exciting for words. So I flash cured that because you know what I'm like, I'll end up sticking my finger in it and smudging it. So I thought I'd better flash cure that in place, and then I will use the gold. But if you've noticed, whilst I was doing that white outline, it didn't move, it didn't run, it stayed exactly where I'd put it. This stuff is amazing. It doesn't slide everywhere, it just stays where you put it. I can't just love this stuff. Louise, you made a wicked gel paint, and I'm so proud of you because I've been waiting for you to bring out gel paints for years, and you did it, and you got in some amazing ones, and yeah, I'm well chuffed. So happy you got out these gel paints. They're amazing. If you are after gel paints, anyone out there, check out SBD London. So it's www.sbdlondon.com. Details will be in the description box, of course, but these gel paints are amazing. They are so lovely to work with, and I can't wait to get all of the colours, quite frankly. Oh, just can't wait. Oh, I am going in with the black. Totally forgot about that. Okay, so I'm going in with the black gel paint now as well. I'm taking a risk. I've not flash cured that gold, and if you look very carefully, I stuck my thumb in it. Should have flash cured it. What did I say? You know, I know me. I know I'm going to smudge it, put my finger in it, and what did I do? Yeah, I smudged the gold with my thumb, which is really annoying. That's why I wiped my thumb on the paper towel, because had gel on it from the gold. Ugh. And it's kind of smudged in that corner, but it doesn't look too bad, so I'm not going to touch it up. I'm just going to leave it because it doesn't look too bad. I didn't smudge it too badly. Yeah, so I have got extremely shaky hands, so doing a straight line is a challenge for me, but even doing wonky lines is still a challenge, because even trying to get the wonky lines the same is a problem. You know, I'm following the lines of the previous lines and my hands shake, and it just like, oh really? But I get there eventually, and then I flash cure it. so I don't smudge it. And I'll move on to the ring finger, and I'm going to do another swirl, but a different kind of swirl. So, you know, same but different, if that makes sense. So starting off with the black gel paint, as you can see, again making some areas thicker whilst some areas will remain thinner. And you can do this any which way you like, because they are just random waves along a nail. Very simple but effective nail art, and for someone like me who just can't draw for toffee, this is so cool because it's something I can do. And even though my hands shake and the lines look all wonky, because it's meant to be, you know, a wobbly line, it doesn't look that bad, which, you know, bonus for me. Absolute bonus for me. So I will use the white and the gold on this outline as well. So I'm going to use the white one side and then the gold the other side of it. I didn't put any of the foil on this nail. I thought I'd just let it showcase the gel paints, and you can see how opaque they are in just one stroke. If I'm not having to make a line thicker, you'll see I don't actually go over that line because there's just no need to. It's opaque on the first pass, which is really, really cool. I'm loving these. I've got to learn how to draw now, because these paints are amazing. I'm going to have to learn how to draw, and she's got so many different colours to choose from. Oh, I'm going to have to learn how to draw, and I'm going to have to learn how to do the one stroke properly. I know how to do the one stroke a little bit, but now I'm going to actually really have to focus on it so that I can use these gel paints to do one stroke, because you can use these to do one stroke. Oh my god. I've got so much in my head that I want to do, but I really need to master it a little bit more before I go ahead and make a video and not make a fool of myself, because yeah, my technique is not great right now. Not at all. Anyway, whilst I've been waffling on, I've finished and cured all of that stuff, all the artwork, so now it's time to top it off and keep it tough. The best part, top coat those nails. Anyway, we're at the end of the video, so I'd just like to say thank you ever so much for watching. If you have visited from Jess's channel at BootyfulNailz, you know, if you've come over from her, thank you ever so much for visiting. Hi, you're welcome. You know, you're very welcome over here. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, not a problem. If you don't, it's not a problem. I'm not for everybody. I am who I am, and I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, so, and to my regulars, hello guys, thank you so much for watching as usual. I appreciate you all. My Frosty fam are amazing. They're wonderful human beings. So thank you ever so much for coming to my channel and spending your most precious time with me watching this video. I appreciate you. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed this video but in any way, shape or form, please click that like button. I'd appreciate it greatly. And if you feel like it, you are most welcome to leave me a comment. I'm very happy to talk to you. That's all I've got for this time, peeps. You take care now, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye for now.
Why do I need to be good all the time? Yeah, he gets when I'm in a bad mood. Then he knows how to make it alright. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah.